This is a resume review of a video editor. So this person has a ratio of 150 to 1, which means 150 applications to 1 interview, which is not very good at all. Ideally, at a minimum, you want a 1 to 50. They found me from Reddit, which awesome. And what we're going to be looking for is not as much as you think it is, right? So we're going to look for Adobe Creative Suite's past video editing experience. This is huge. The ability to manage multiple projects and multitask and hit deadlines. I want to make sure you have a portfolio, although personally I'm not the one who grades it. I need to know that you've used Photoshop, Adobe, Premiere, Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve. I use DaVinci Resolve. That's what I use to edit this video. And then I want to know a little bit more specific. So like maybe it's going to be like YouTube, maybe it's going to be TikTok, aspect ratios, bit rates, color things. This is going to depend on the job. So these are bonuses, but I want to see those. So before we review this resume, I just want to thank you all for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. If you need more direct help than these videos provide, you can stop by my live stream. I use that as my open office hours. You can come in and ask me any questions Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST, and it's at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. All of it's free. I just want to help people, and now let's help this person. So summaries I don't care about, right? So summaries are largely not needed. There is an exception for high-level managers. They can get away with it, but for everybody else, there's MasterCard. No, there's no summaries. They're not usually useful unless you're switching. So this isn't good. I don't really care about anything here. I want to see how you did it. Here, again, same with the key skills. I need to see how and why you use these skills. So are these the correct skills? Like 3 of them, honestly. I don't really think I care about these. A little bit, yeah. So I need these here, right? So we're gonna go down even further. Here's part of your problem already. I have to go all the way here before I get to your first job. First job is the most important part. It should be education, then first job. And in this case, I don't really think education is as important. So, content. Develops educational content focused on enterprise drone solutions. How did you do that? Did you use Adobe? Did you manage multiple ones? Delivered SEO driven content. Again, SEO is fine, but I need to know more. Create and manage multiple media accounts, produces, hosted, edited, brand voice. Brand voice is a good one. But here's the thing, this is on your second page. No one's going to do this. So please use this formatting, okay? This is a good formatting. And then what I need is this stuff. I don't need you. I just need you to say, used Adobe Creative and Final Cut Pro and DaVinci to create 13 videos for 12 different projects where I met the deadline, right? That is a phenomenal bullet point that hits like multitasking, that hits some of these, and that's good. And then that's what I need. Also, what you need to do here, right? Instead of LinkedIn, you should probably just put your portfolio instead of LinkedIn here. So it'd be phone number, email, then portfolio. And what you also need to do is you need to apply fast, all right? On LinkedIn, at the very top right corner during the job sections, there's a thing that says all filters. I need you to click on that, and then the very first thing that comes up will be recommended versus most recent. Click on the thing that says most recent to show jobs that are fresh, because ATSs sort people in the order they came in. So if you're number 200 applicant, you may not get seen. So this resume fails on a formatting level. It also fails on a keyword level, which is a bullet point level, and it's a very tough market. And I'm not trying to be cruel here. I just want to make sure you get the help you need, because it's tough as hell. And looks like you've done like a really good stuff. It's just you're not showing it. So what I need is like these keywords, right? These type of stuff in the bullet points here. And then that's the big issue. The biggest point is the bullet points. If you don't have the good bullet points, you don't go forward. So that's all I can help on here. Please resubmit it when you get the chance after you make those fixes. I really want to make sure you get a job. So and honestly, you could probably give me tips on how to do videos, but this is not what I'd be looking for as a recruiter hiring for this position. All I need to see is this stuff right here, and then the manager will probably take a look at the portfolio and check out to see if that's good or not. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume review of a senior front-end engineer. They said they've been applying to jobs since 2024, and they've gotten 0 interviews. That's terrible. Okay. Jobs they've applied for are mostly React. Okay, so that's not good at all. So a couple of things I want to state that it could even not be a resume issue is that it could be the fact that your contact information isn't correct. There's a lot of times where I will say call a candidate or email them and it'll go straight to voicemail and then it says voicemail is full, or it'll bounce from the email. And then it doesn't matter how good your resume is. If I can't contact you, I can't get you an interview. So make sure your voicemail is empty and the things are not going to your voicemail, and make sure your email doesn't bounce. But if it's not that, then it would be the resume. So what we're going to be looking for is JavaScript, React, Angular, JS, HTML, CSS, PHP, SQL, Scrum, Agile, RESTful API, SEO, WordPress, Git, Docker, Jira, Vue, Next. And a bonus would be extra languages, Cloud, UI, UX, SASS, and TypeScript. Now, if you're applying for sort of a leadership role, like a lead front-end dev, you may want to add a little bit of leadership of like how you coached others, how you led a team to do a project, but that's only specifically if you're applying for those jobs. If you're applying for a purely IC position, these are what's going to get it. So, don't care about professional summary. Where's your education? Education, no, it's all the way at the bottom. It's in systems engineering. I can understand that. All right, front-end of like bureaucratic. Okay, cool. Don't care. Again, professional summaries are only really needed for very, very high-level managers, or if you are switching industries. If you were going from, say, front-end development to mechanical engineering, I would need a summary that says, moving to mechanical engineering from front-end development. But otherwise, a summary is not needed. Formatting wise, I want it to look like this. It's not terrible. It's still legible. Architected in Angular. That's good. Product design, a bit RESTful API. Okay. Angular, IndexedDB. Don't care. Angular. Angular. All right. Angular. TypeScript. Okay. So here's already the problem with this. This entire thing right here only has two things I care about. RESTful API and Angular. And you don't even say Angular JS, which a lot of places are gonna, and I know they could be the same thing, but it's important to put the JS. That's it. That's all I found here. I need more than that here. Where's the JavaScript? Where's the React? Where's the HTML, CSS, PHP? Last video, not last resume, I think the second or third front-end dev, that is how I want you to write it. All right, but this doesn't give me anything I need. It only gives me Angular and API. And if the recruiter sees Angular, but their boss told them Angular JS, they may not move you forward. Which isn't great, but you can't rely on the recruiter to know your industry. So, but yeah, this only has two things. That's why that doesn't work. Sorry, my dog just brought me a toy. Hey, good boy. Yes. I'm reviewing a resume. I will get to you right after. Okay, so React is fine, but I don't see anything else. So all the way down here, financial web using React, TypeScript, and Redux, RESTful APIs, MySQL. MySQL's good. Cloud, again, Cloud is nice, but it's not needed specifically for front-end dev. That's more of a back-end thing, or full stack. So yeah, your entire resume, all of this has like three things I care about. I don't care about a custom Angular video vast support. I don't care about a integrated shopping feature to enable in-flight purchases. I care about this. All right, I'm not trying to be mean, but this is what I need. And my dog is, hi, buddy, I love you. Give me a minute and I'll pet you, okay? I'm doing a review. Yeah, I know. I love you. Mwah. All right. 100-pound dog trying to crawl into my lap. All right, so these are the things I want. All right, these are the things I actually care about. I only see three of them here. This entire thing has React, Angular, and I guess SQL. Yeah, that's it. You need more keywords. The formatting is okay. The formatting could be better, but whatever. The big thing, and this is why you're not getting any interviews, this is why it's so bad, is you don't have what I'm looking for. I don't care that you maintain accelerated feature by 25%. The point of a resume is not to show how good you are. This is the argument I get in with most people, and I'm going to tell you right now, the hardest part of me teaching people is not telling them what to put in the resume. It's convincing them of what a resume is for. And a resume, its entire purpose is to show you meet the minimum qualifications in the job description. That is it. You showcase you're better than other people on the interview. If you try to showcase why you're so good on the resume, you will fail. The exception to that is high-level managers and sales, but they're a different beast entirely. So I don't see what I need. I don't see the keywords, and that is why you are not getting interviews. So please, 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 please add those keywords, because this is like, there's nothing here I could use to move you forward. If I moved you forward to the manager, they'd be like, okay, yeah, but Lee, where's WordPress? Okay, Lee, where's Scrum and Agile? Where's the where's the SEO? Where's the view? Where's the HTML? And they'd get mad at me. So let's go to the next resume, but you need those keywords, all right? That is what we actually care about. Next resume. This is a resume review of a regulatory reporting specialist in Canada. So there's a bit of an issue with this one. I was not able to find a single job with that title. So I don't know what the hell the keywords for this would be, because I don't know what this is. It's very likely of what you think a regulatory reporting specialist title is, might have a different title. And I don't know what that is. But you said you've been trying so hard for more than a month, but you've been unable to find it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it exists. You need another title. You have 10 years of experience in India, and you've relocated to Canada. So here's part of the issue. I don't know Canada's visa issues. Make sure you're able to legally work in Canada first, because that can be an issue. But I think in India, the title of regulatory reporting specialist is called something different in Canada. I don't know what that is, but you need to find that other title, because I couldn't find it. So maybe come on the channel and I'll try to help you find some, but this is only going to be a formatting issue, which already massively fails. So this, all of this, I don't care about, right? This stuff I don't care about. This entire first half of your resume can be safely deleted. This is what I actually care about. This should not be bolded, and it should be one line. I want it to look like this. But again, I'm not going to go into the keywords, because I don't know what those keywords are, because I couldn't find the job title, which again means that the job title either doesn't exist or it's titled something differently, and you have to find what that is. So regardless of whether or not the keywords are right, this is not going to work. I don't care about this. I don't know what a Spot Ovation Award is, and I don't care, because you didn't tell me. I don't know what an Extra Miller Award is, and none of these are in a bullet point. So this is going to be very quick, because again, I don't know what the keywords for this are, because I haven't done a financial regulatory specialist, and I could not find one. But this is the stuff I care about. This stuff, I don't. This, I do. Your bullet points are the star of your resume. Anything besides your education itself that takes time away from me reading your bullet points is going to hurt your chances. So this needs to be the star. You need to tell me how and why you use those keywords. Again, what those keywords are, I don't know. If you come on the Twitch when I'm live streaming, I can help you out. But yeah, so it's either that's the issue, is that the title is not the same, or alternatively, you don't have the correct work visa. But I don't know what... U.S. recruiting rules regarding visas are already complicated. I have no idea what the Canadian ones are yet. So that's all I can do on this one. Let's go to the next resume. This is a resume review of a project manager. So this person says this resume is getting them a ton of IC roles, which is individual contributor roles, but they really want to try to work on a management, so they want to know how they should frame their resume for that. They are also working on their PMP, which is great. PMP is like a gold standard for managers. People love PMP for project managers. So what we're going to be looking for specifically for project managers, also I do not know this ratio, because again, they're getting roles for IC roles, but not management, is PMP, CSM, either one works, both are best. Customers, stakeholders, agile, and then I want to know the number of team members, if you've done like matrix, cross-functional, the number of projects, the budgets, the multitasking, how you used resources for success, and how you solved problems and influenced people. So, I think I can already see the problem. Nothing in here is that. This reads like a very solid mechanical engineer. You've got MATLAB, you've got Python, you've got Python, you've got test programs, you've got AI. Perfect. But I don't see any of this. I don't know how many people you led, even if they were dotted lines. I don't know how you used resources for success. So, and I'm even looking at the next one. Yeah, the problem with this is this does not read like a manager resume. This reads like a fantastic individual contributor resume, so I understand why you're getting those. But functionally what you're doing is... Okay, so you're going to have to rewrite like all of this. I really hate saying this because, again, this is a great resume for an IC position. But I don't see anything I need for management. So when you're writing a manager resume, right? And we're talking like, I guess, mid-level resumes and that kind of stuff. What you want to do is you want to show me how many projects you've worked on. What was the scope of the project? How you led it to success. That includes budget. How many people did you manage, right? I know project manager is not necessarily managing the people, but I'm sure you had dotted line reports. How did you convince stakeholders to give you more money for your project or do what you wanted? Those are the things I'm going to need. How many team members? Did you work in a matrix environment? Were there customers you interacted with? What was the result? And I don't see any of that here. Like, this is okay because you said lead analyst for program advising senior stakeholders on performance, but here's the problem. You're telling them what happened. That's not what I want from a manager. I want you to tell me how you made things happen. And, I think that is sort of the big difference between an IC resume and a manager resume is for the IC, you have to tell me things that you have done and have happened. For the manager, you have to tell me how you made things happen. And that is the key thing. And I don't see that. I don't care that you incorporated Python scripts to reduce process time. I don't. It's not really important to me if I'm looking for a manager. I don't care that you advise stakeholders. I want to know how you convince them. How did you make things happen? And that is what I don't see from this entire resume is I don't see how you made anything happen. You were following the direct orders of your superiors, which is good. That's what you want for an IC position. You were doing what you were told, which is good, and you did it excellent. But that's not what I want from a manager. From a manager, you're the one telling those people what to do. You're the one telling the mechanical engineer, hey, you need to do Python scripts to reduce workflows. And you need to know how you found that out and how you convinced it. So I need you to, again, not tell me what you did, but specifically how you got things done, right? And that's kind of the big difference between the two. And I don't really see that right now. Because you collaborated with developers. No, I want to know how you manage those developers. How did you tell them what to do? So that is the big issue with this and why you're not getting really any interviews with this is because this is a phenomenal individual contributor resume, but it fails at every level at a manager. Because again, how did you make things happen? That's what I want to know as a manager. As an individual contributor, how did you do things versus how did you make things happen? So I hope that was clear because, again, you're going to have to rewrite like all of this. Now, once you get your PMP cert, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier. PMP certs are like amazing for that. But I need to know how you made things happen rather than how you did things that you were told. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume review of another project manager. We had 2 in a row. At first, I thought it was an error, but no, it wasn't a double submittal. We got 2 in a row. So we're going to look for the same things. We're going to look for PMP, CSM cert, customer, stakeholders, agile industry, team members, matrix, cross-functional, number of projects, the budget, how you multitask, how you use resources for success, and how you solve problems and influence people. And remember, as a management level resume, even though project manager is not technically the same as a manager, I am still looking to see how you made things happen within the organization compared to how you just did things. So this person has a 100-to-1 ratio, which is not great. We want that better. And they've been applying for a year, which isn't good. So the very first thing I can tell you is this formatting is awful. This is awful. So please, 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 single column. I do not think I've ever seen a resume in my entire time of recruiting that was better in double column than single column. I want you to use this, please. It is boring for a reason. Boring resumes get interviews. I don't need an executive summary with this. I know it can be beneficial, but it's also just a blob. Executive summaries are like high-level director level, maybe. And it does seem like you're very high level, but like I don't really need it. I still want to see it in the job. Formatting wise, this is a mess. I don't see the certs are here. Do you GCC? Okay. I don't know if I care about a lot of these certs. And then I also still would like your education, but like Scrum is nice. I like that. Maybe Azure and Cloud, but So this is largely not going to get read, and this is such a blob that no one can read it. Core competencies, again, I don't care. All right, and then you have your education all the way down here. Jeez Louise, this is a nightmare. This formatting is awful. All right, this is awful formatting. So let me try to ignore the formatting for now, because again, this fails like right away on that. Manage large upgrades for 10 plus legacy property center. Okay, this doesn't help me. So again, also this goes for everybody. Anything in the experience or project section and a date, you need to tell me the month. I need the month. I will always need the month. You cannot just tell me the date without the month. The exception to that is education. That's fine. You can leave that blank or the year, but I need the month. Also, you didn't tell me how you manage large-scale technology upgrades. Again, I don't care about this. Manage teams averaging 15 resources each. Okay, this is solid. Deliver decision support systems used by 300 users. Streaming and country parameters. Okay, that's okay. Here's the problem. I have to go all the way down here before I get to the first okay sentence. And again, it's an okay sentence. It's not phenomenal either. It's just okay. So the formatting is not helping. Presented weekly status updates on average 10 projects. Okay, see, that's okay, but it's public sector association feedback. Again, you're telling me what you did. I need to know how you made things happen. I don't need to know that you had weekly status updates for 10 projects with executives. I do need to know that you managed 10 projects concurrently while keeping them on time and under budget. I need to know that those C-suite executives for the public centers, you kept them, like, I need to know how you interacted with them. Interacting with the user needs through a combination of observation, detailed interview process. What? I don't even understand this one. This one I don't even understand. Manage project. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna have to restart from zero on this one. You're gonna have to redo this. Just trash this resume, put it here. All right. I want your education, and I want about 3 certs max. 3 certs max. And if you have, which one is the most important? If you have PMP or CSM, those should be there. Then I need your work history with month and year in this formatting. And then I need to know this stuff. You cannot just have stakeholders. This is not just an IC resume. I need to know the number of projects, which you kind of had, but not really. I want to see managed 14 consecutive projects with budgets ranging from X to Y, while keeping those projects ahead of schedule and under budget, right? That's a good one. I want to know for X project, I managed 13 people where we did X, or convinced our stakeholders to do Y. You are active, all right? An IC is passive. They get told what to do and they do it. That's fine. That's their job. Your job as a project manager and other types of managers, even though it's technically not a manager, it's confusing, is to make things happen. You are proactive, not passive. I need to see how you made things happen in the company. That is primarily what I'm looking for. So this is why this resume is only getting you 1 in 100 with this experience, is you just ain't telling me enough stuff. You're not telling me how. So that's all I can do for this resume, because there's nothing here I can really salvage. This reads like you wrote it like an IC, and there's so much stuff here when I really only kind of care about this stuff. and the individual industry. I want a little bit of tech, which you do have. That's good. But I need the other stuff too. So that's it for this video. I will speak to you all on the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And, you know, make sure to stop by my live stream if you need more help. That's where I give it, at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST. And I will see you all in the next video.